Welcome to Straight Talk with Shelia. Thank you so much for meeting me here. I am so grateful that you spend time with me every Sunday. Igniters, thank you so much for the engaging conversation this past week. Someone asks why I'm still talking about While You Wait. And I want to answer you and all of those who were curious. It is important that we understand that we're all in a waiting season. Life is a stage of waiting. We're either waiting to get into something or we're waiting to get out of something, but we are always waiting. And it's so important that we know what to do in the waiting season. The time that you're waiting is not a time to just sit and do nothing. It's a time to prepare. Yes, waiting is prep time. It is imperative that we take time out and prepare. It is so important that we prepare for the things that we're looking for, the things on the horizon. Because here's the thing, when opportunity knocks, we need to be ready. We cannot wait until we are ready for an opportunity to start preparing. So today I want to focus on while you wait, set boundaries. And it's important that we set boundaries, and boundaries are necessary in our lives because it helps our lives to flow and ebb. And I want to share around personal boundaries as well as emotional boundaries. And the three questions that I want to answer for you. What are boundaries? Why boundaries are necessary? And when do you need them? What are boundaries? Boundaries are those guideposts that you put in place to help people know how to treat you, to help people know the kind of experience that you want when they do relationships with you. Relationships could be with a spouse, a significant other, a business partner, a family member, but whoever you're doing relationships with, it is imperative that they know upfront. When do you set those boundaries? I'm so glad you asked. It is important that you set them ASAP, as soon as possible. It is important that you set those parameters and those boundaries up front and you let them know that these are your boundaries. So boundaries, when you set them, it is telling those you're in relationship with how to treat you, how you want to feel as far as to respect you, how safe you're going to feel, and if you feel love. It is important that we know our boundaries so that we can tell people upfront early enough what to expect in relationship with us. It is so important that you also know the personality of the person you're in relationship with. Because if you're in relationship with an introvert, you know introverts, when it comes to their personal space, sometimes they need time to get reset. If you're like me, I'm an extrovert. I'm always rah-rah, excitable. But for someone who's an introvert and is doing relationship with me, they may need time. So in the personal space, boundaries have to be set if you're in a relationship with an introvert. They need time. Also, you need to know if the person you're in a relationship with like to be touched. So they need to establish up front if they want to be touched, when they want to be touched, and it's something that you have to honor. If you're going to do relationships with people, you have to honor those boundaries. You have to honor their space, or if they want to be touched, when and how they want to be touched. It is important that we honor that. If you know someone that is struggling right now to understand what boundary is and want to know more, put me on pause and like and share this video so that they can hear that I'm talking about this. When it comes to emotional boundaries, it is imperative that we set those boundaries because we need to honor people's feelings. We need to understand that that's their feelings. It's okay for them to have those feelings. We have to respect those feelings. We've got to not push ourselves or our thoughts and feelings on them. We need to honor their space. And if they choose to share something or not to share something, we need to honor it. Some of you may be working in an organization right now that when you joined the organization, there was a company policy. It's written. Whether they gave you a handbook or you can go on the website and download it and read it, it is there. It is there as the boundaries for that organization. And you've got to make sure you know what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And if you do something outside of those boundaries, there are consequences. That's the same thing with your personal relationship. You need to set boundaries up front so that people know that there are consequences if a behavior is done and they feel like you're trampling or you're stepping or you've knocked down their boundaries. They have a right to step back. Sometimes we have ideas about our boundaries, but we never verbalize it. We never shared it. We never said it. So it's in our head. And when someone does something, we either cringe, step back, or we say, that does not feel right. And it's telling us that meter that's on the inside of us that we're off. And if you haven't set boundaries with that person, then they don't know. So we have to allow grace. So it is important that we know why boundaries are needed, when to establish them, and what they are. I am your coach and sister, and I'm here to help you design that life that you are so looking forward to. We all need to have meaningful relationships. And the only way we're going to enjoy and have meaningful relationships with our spouse or children or business partner or work colleagues is to establish boundaries so that everybody knows what's necessary to make that relationship exciting and make that relationship flow. If you're starting to feel resentment and you're starting to feel anger, your body is telling you that the boundaries that you have set, whether you share them or not, they're being trampled on. But if you're feeling joy and excitement, it is saying that you are being respected, you feel safe, and you are being loved. It is so important that during the waiting period, we prepare and we focus on our boundaries, know what your boundaries are, and let the people you're doing relationship with know that these are your boundaries. These are your policies. This is your guidepost, or these are your guideposts. This is what's necessary to happen in order for us to do life together. I am your coach and sister. I so appreciate you being here. I'll meet you here next week, same time, maybe not same place, but I promise I will meet you here. Have a great day and let me know how you're building your boundaries, how you're creating them. And if you're not sure how to do it, reach out to me and I will help you create those boundaries so you can put them in place. Have a great day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.